Harry, this is Lord Potato, and this is What If Naruto was a reincarnation of Doflamingo. Basically, oh wait, did I say that? What if Naruto was a reincarnation of Doflamingo? Let me do a recap on what happened last time. So Hiruzen thought it would be a better idea to put Naruto and his brother named Menma, and I forgot to mention, Naruto and Menma has both changed their names. Into Naruto changing his name into Doflamingo, and Menma being named as what's called Doflamingo's younger brother. So Rosinante, that's basically Menma's new name, Rosinante Doxy. So yeah. Now, since that happened, of course they went on to the fight with the other students and all that, and Naruto kicked the shit out of I think I put him against Sasuke, and while Menma went against what's it called? Menma went against not Menma. Menma went against what's it called Kiba, but he went to sleep and Kiba broke all his like arms. While Naruto fucking up what's called Sasuke pretty easily and slapping the shit out of what's it called Sasuke. I think on this one I did say that, but yeah, of course. Hiruzen says it was a terrible idea to put Sasuke and Naruto and Sasuke in one team, so he changed the teams before even allowing the teams to be even made in the first place. Kakashi was kind of upset with this, but yeah, Kakashi is gonna have Sasuke, and Sai in this one for Team 7. For both Naruto and Menma, they are going on a team called Team 13 with a new Jonin Sensei, somewhat, and his daughter. This is what the Jonin Sensei is named Razano Kitsune, and of course with his daughter named Sairina Kazune. Of course, this is where they did a what's called to see a test between his daughter and his two new students, which means Naruto and Menma. Of course, I'm gonna be naming them Naruto and Menma for a while because you're not gonna. Well, I mean, you probably aren't gonna know. But yeah, of course, Naruto and Menma and also Sairina, they went against what's called Rasuno. Of course, this is where Naruto uses Conqueror's Hawking to knock him out. You can do a recap and all. Rewatch the other one because I'm not gonna go fully recap on it. But yeah, also it's cold. I'm gonna be turning on the heater here. If you hear the heater, I just turned it on because it's cold as hell in here. Well, it's cold where I live. Okay. Now, of course, with that happening, after they knocking him out and also freezing him, they managed to pass, and of course, this is where we go into where I left at last time. So yeah. So of course, this is where Naruto, he is just going back to the training ground 13. So yeah, that's basically the team's name, Team 13. But yeah, Naruto gets there, and of course he left Menma at his house and all that. And of course Menma is just sleeping. He's sleeping in and all that because he is tired. And of course he has the personality of he has a personality of Rosinante, so he kind of goes to sleep a little bit. But yeah, of course they're kids, so they're not going to be starting to just smoke and all that. And also, warning: do not smoke, okay? Smoking is bad. You would just sacrifice your lifespan to whatever bullshit for happiness. Is that what smoking does? I don't fucking know. But yeah, go back to the whatever. Of course, when Naruto gets to training ground 13, he just trains a little bit there, and of course, this is where Sairina also appears. Sairina. Sairina was trying to learn how to use ice breath or other ice styles because when she gets back home, her mother did say, "I'm so happy that you finally learned how to unlock your ice style," and this is where her mother did kind of give her ice jutsus, just a bunch of scroll ones that she kind of written up. Her mother is a shinobi, somewhat. Was a shinobi before the whole blood purchase. in the what's called in the Mist Village. But of course, this is where what's called Razono. He didn't came from what's called the Mist Village, but he helped what's called Sirina's mother escape the Mist Village, which that's how they made Sirina. Sirina Kitsune. Basically, she is a blood user and an ice user. So of course, Sirina's hair looks like with crimson red hair, but with highlights of white, because that's her mother has. Her mother has white hair, snowy white hair. So yeah, and of course, Razuno has crimson red hair, like blood color red hair. Okay, if that's what you like to call it. But yeah, now of course, this is where she comes and of course tries to train on Training Ground 13, because Naruto, he didn't actually pay attention that well, but heard that, well, they had the day off. And this is where Sayuna kind of just looks at Naruto. Naruto is just standing there with his shades, not knowing that he's asleep somewhat. Of course, you cannot really see Naruto's eyes because he right now just has shades and all that time. So yeah, he just has his shades. You cannot see his eyes. But yeah, this is where she like goes up to him and pokes him. And this is where Naruto reacts fast enough. And of course, he like jumps back. And Sarina says, I guess you're very flexible, Naruto. I mean, not Naruto, Doflamingo. Doflamingo says, Never mind. Why you here? Wait, no, what am I talking about? Where's your father, Sarina? Sarina says, can I remember what my father said? We had the day off. And Naruto goes, oh. I must have not paid attention. And Sarina just say, really, Naruto? I thought you were supposed to be smarter than your brother. Naruto says, okay, first of all, he is smart. It's just... He is smart. It's just, I'm tired, okay? And of course, Sarina says, whatever. This is where she says, well, can you help me in my jutsus, well, in my heritage of my mother's side? And of course, Naruto says, I don't know any ice jutsus, if that's what you're wondering. And she says, I know you don't know any, but I need you to help me train in trying to perfect it. And Naruto says, sure, why not? So, this is where Sayuna says, okay, let's do this. Naruto says, okay. Naruto gets ready to use hand signs until Sayuna says, why don't you use that weird string ability? This is where Naruto says, fine. Just don't blame me when I hurt you on accident. Mr. Sayuna says, sure, why not? So Naruto rushes at her. Now, I should mention that Naruto and Mima are 6. They are basically 6 feet. Since, well, Doflamingo, it was... So, of course, we go into, well, Sarina and, well, Naruto. Naruto just dodges almost all of what's called Sarina's attacks of Ice Style. And Naruto just dodges them so easily. He just, like, pretty fast, and his reaction time is so good. Because Doflamingo's reaction time is really good. Also, his, what's called Naruto's reflex, his endurance, his strength, and everything is pretty good. It's basically the same as Doflamingo. But with that happening, Naruto uses his what's called his Ito Itonomi, and just sends what's called 2 strings at what's called Sarina. Sarina uses her ice style and also tries to use her blood style when she gets cut. So when she did get cut by the Ito Itonomi, she did manage to make a sword and also tried to make a sword with her ice style. Because she managed to, well, do some hand signs and tried to freeze the air around her to like make a sword. Because there was kind of moisture around because she used some water styles. And of course, Naruto, he goes and rushes at Sarina, and Sarina tries to, well, dodge what's called Naruto from, well, kicking her and all that. And she tries to slice at Naruto with her 2, what's called, manipulated swords. It's her blood manipulation and her ice manipulation. Naruto dodges pretty easily all the attacks because his flexibility and also his, what's it called, reaction time is so good that he's easily dodging. And of course, Haruna just noticed this and she's like, damn it. He's too good at doing this. It's where Naruto says, well, yeah, Naruto says, so, are you done, Sarina? And of course, Sarina says, I'm not done. You think I'm done? Yeah, right. Oh, I forgot to mention. Yeah, okay, so that's what I forgot to mention. So Naruto is 6. So yeah, Doflamingo was 10 in original canon, but yeah, well, yeah, he was 10 in one. He was 10 feet in One Piece, and his brother was, I think, also So Rasene was about 9.5, 9 feet, 9, 7.5. So yeah. So of course Menma, he is, well, 6, the same size, well, as Naruto. Not really. He's what's called so Menma was 6 and Naruto was 6 too. Since I gotta make Naruto a little bit taller than Menma. So yeah. Now Sayuna, she is about what's called 6'1". She is pretty tall. She's actually kind of taller than her mother. Her father is pretty damn tall. He is 8. He is pretty tall. So yeah. Now, of course, this is where Naruto dodges all her attacks. And of course, this is where Sarina says, damn it. Why won't you just stand still, Naruto? Naruto says, well, how would that be any fun, Sarina? And of course, this is where Sarina gets angry and then blushes a little bit. Naruto does not notice this because, well, Naruto's right now kind of getting prepared and thinking what he's going to use. This is where Naruto, when he uses his Ito no Mi, she managed to dodge. So she's getting better at dodging. Because these string attacks, they can go slow or they can go really fast. So, of course, Naruto's doing medium speed. And, of course, she's managing to dodge. So, yeah. Now, of course, she's using the moisture around her to try to sense what's called. Well, not the moisture. Because she did ice out around her, like ice breath. And, of course, there's a little bit like frosty ice things, like in the, like, what's called, wind and all that. So it kind of is cold around her area and all that. Because when she uses ice breath, she also combined it with something else. Mist style. Instead of being like misty and all that, it's kind of white for the mist and all that. It's kind of foggy a little bit. But of course, when Naruto uses his, like, what's called strings, she can try to sense them with these fog and all that. So of course she's managing to dodge. So that's what her what's called own version of the what's called Miss style is. She just tries to sense where those people are at. Since for Sabuza, when he uses what's called the Mist Jutsu, he can't really see where he's at and can't really sense. Well, can he really sense? No, he can't see where he's at, but he can still try to sense and kill them. But yeah. But her is the opposite. It's just a sense. It doesn't need to not be able to see. She can still see and all that. But mostly sense and all that. Try to dodge what's called Naruto's Ito no Mi. She noticed that what's called Naruto's Ito no Mi is not chakra based. So of course she has to use this type of ability to try to figure out and dodge what's called Naruto's Ito no Mi. So of course this is where Menma, he finally woken up and is now just walking through the village. Of course, people still look at him like he's fucking, like a demon or something. No, Menma does not care. Until he noticed one thing. When he walked through an alleyway, he saw, well, a kid getting beaten up by these, like, what's called drunks and all that. And of course, when Menma, for some reason, he had a flashback to, well, him, well, what's it called? For some reason, he got a flashback of himself from a different time, and of course, a younger kid. This younger kid being, well, Travis Law, or Law Travis. What the? For some reason, I keep saying Travis. No, not Travis, or whatever I said. Trafalgar Law. That's what, what's it called? Menma kind of remember in his flashback. And he was just like, what? He gets angry because he remember how what's called Law was back then. And he's just seeing this kid getting beaten up. Because this kid kind of has similar face to Law when he was younger. And so he also kind of has the same hat a little bit. It's kind of white and black. So yeah. So Mama kind of gets angry and he walks towards the villagers. The drunken villager says he's that demon. And of course this is where Mama kicks one in the stomach. Put an armorman hawk into his like leg and kicking him. Knocking out one of the drunks. So of course the other two drunks says, "You demon!" That's where remember he like dodges an attack from one of the drunks using Armorman Hawking and punching the other one using Armorman Hawking in his arm. Or not arm, fist. Knocking him out. This is where the other one says, "You demon!" He tries to pull out a knife, and of course this is where remember he activates his ability to make a bubble. And of course the guy stabs the bubble and his knife breaks. So of course Mema in this one has what's it called? His devil fruit is called the silent on me, right? In this one I'm actually gonna make sure the silent on me has another effect which allows him to actually kind of block things. So think of it like sort of like Gojo's, but not really. Instead of like what's called making things kind of just stay there or kind of move slowly towards the person. It's not infinity or anything. It's actually just a freaking sort of a wall. It just blocks things. And when you try to attack it, it breaks whatever is near it. So yeah, that's what's called, well, Rasane had. Not Rasana, Rasane. So yeah. And of course, this is where Mama goes up to the kid and says, "Are you okay, kid?" And the kid says, "Yeah, thank you." And this is where, Mama says, "Come on, kid, you can come with me." And of course, this is where the kid says, "Okay." And this is where Mama says, "What is your name, kid?" And of course, the kid says, "My name is, I actually don't know what my name is." That's where Mama says, "How about Law?" And of course, the kid says, "Sure, why not, Mister?" So of course, this is where Mama kind of names him Law. Because he wants to just remember what's called law a lot better. Yeah. Basically, Treffin D Law, or what's called Treffin D Water Law. That's his full name, right? So, of course, where, Mema is going towards what's called the training ground while carrying Law on his, like, what's called. Well, he's just carrying, what's called Law like a piggyback rider and all that. So yeah, of course when Rosane managed to get towards what to call his brother and also Cyrena kind of fighting, this is where he kind of walks into such an awkward what to call kind of fight. It's not really a fight because we go back into the POV with Doflamingo and Cyrena. This is where when Naruto managed to use his Ito Itanomi, it misses. Is where Cyrena tries to, punch him and all that. And of course, she managed to trip on a rock. And of course, where she pushes what's called Doflamingo down. And Naruto could not react fast enough. And of course, because he got pushed. And of course, they both fall down. And of course, smooch. This is where Naruto and Cyrena widen their eyes. Now, of course, Naruto cannot widen his eyes because he has shades. But underneath, he's widening his eyes. This is where, Mema walks in and says, "What the fuck did I walk in?" And Law says, "Wait, what is happening?" This is where Mema says, "Don't look, kid. It's better if you don't look. I think I got lost. Let's just go back to the village or towards what's called my house. Right, kid? Besides, I think you're hungry, right?" And this is where Law says, "Yeah, I am." Now, of course, both Cyrena and Naruto are kind of just looking at each other, but of course, one cannot really look into each other's eyes and all that. Which, instead of that happening, Cyrena managed to look into Naruto's eyes and see, a sort of light blue color eyes. Because Naruto does have light blue eyes. Well, the sky blue eyes. And of course, Cyrena's like, "What? Is that really his eyes?" Now, Cyrena's eye color is actually, how should I say? So her eye color is sort of that of snowy blue. So like this, somewhat. Or, not snowy blue. Instead of what's called a grayish bluish eyes. So that's what. So yeah. Of course, when after seeing eye connection, both Sabrina and Naruto kind of they're still kind of smooching for there for a couple of seconds until they see after the corner of their eye seeing Menma come in with a kid, and of course Menma walking away after that. Both Naruto and Sabrina just realized they gotta stop, and they both just get away from each other. Sabrina managed to get up, and she's blushing like hell, and Naruto's also blushing like hell. And they are both just, the color of Kushina's red hair. Now, of course, this is where, Rasano was right now kind of on the trees. And seeing this kind of battle happen, and also seeing Menma just walk away, and also seeing his daughter, and, Doflamingo just have a nice time. This is where, Rasano is just like, I see the boy is very strong. In the same time, he will make a perfect person for my daughter. And this is where he just disappears. He wanted to ask what's called Hiruzen about what's called Naruto and Menma's special abilities. So, of course, is where he goes to. Now, of course, after that whole thing happening, Naruto just kind of just says, let's just begin our training, okay? Sabrina just says, I'm kind of sick. I'm just gonna go, Naruto. Naruto says, it's fine. And of course, so she leaves, and Naruto says, what the fuck just happened? Because Naruto never felt this kind of love in, his previous life, so he has no clue what to do. Because, Flamingo never had any love interest in what's it called in his previous life. So, yeah. But Naruto, he's like, this is such a weird day, isn't it? This is where Kurama, since I did say that Naruto has the Yin Kurama is dying, he's boom laughing, he's just laughing so hard. Everything in his mind, Naruto's mind is just earthquake, like it's shaking all around because of Kurama's laughter. Now, of course, where Naruto says, shut the fuck up, you fox. This is where Kurama says, oh, what's wrong there, Flamingo? Are you a little embarrassed in me seeing that kind of nice, you two kind of going in with each other? And Naruto goes, fuck you, fucking fox. And Kurama's just dying laughing. So, of course, this is where we go into a time skip of about a week ago. So, after that whole mess happened, Naruto just talks to Harina and just forgets about it, okay? Because he does not want to just have the embarrassing moment every time. So, when they go into the, D-rank missions, of course, Naruto's easily able to catch Tora the cat. And also, Sabrina's pretty good in using her eye style to, move a lot of things. Of course, is where Menma does have to, sometimes, farm things. And, of course, his devil fruit's not that great. But, of course, Naruto has met what's called the kid that, Menma has saved. And his name is, Law. Menma was the one to name him. And this is where Naruto has a flashback of Menma. Well, not Menma. Of Law, of his previous life. And of course, Naruto says, so you're Law, right? And the kid says, yeah, I am. So, is this kid gonna be the reincarnation of Law? Maybe, maybe not. Whoever knows, we will never find out. But, of course, we go into, Naruto, Menma, Sairina, and also Rasana. In what's it called, Hiruzen's office, getting their first C-rank mission, because they've been doing a lot of D-rank missions for only the past week, and finish it so easily, because they are all overpowered. So of course this is where Hiruzen says, well, I have a C-rank mission you guys can do. It's outside the village to get rid of some bandits, but I just got a message from, Kakashi and his team. And of course, where, Kakashi and his team, would have got the, mission, way earlier, because, Now, of course, it's because, well, Sasuke, Kakashi, and Sasuke complained so much to Hiruzen, so Hiruzen just decided, you want to shut the fuck up, just made them, get what's called Sasuna, and get the bridge builder. Now, of course, well, not the bridge builder, well, you know what, no. They do take the C-rank mission, and they go and get rid of some bandits. Now, of course, Naruto, he's not afraid to just kill the bandits. He easily slices through them like it's nothing but just butter. Now, well, also with Mema, he doesn't like killing that much, but of course he does anyway. He doesn't hesitate no more. Well, not no more, because he was somewhat... If you really want to go into detail, Rasenade was somewhat of a Marine, but not really a Marine soldier. He was somewhat of a spy. Now, of course, it's where Law is just at home and all that. Now, of course, Naruto did, like, make sure that no one should fuck with him. Or his brother and his, well, he wouldn't call Law his, like, son or anything, but mostly his other brother, his younger brother. Youngest brother. So, yeah. Of course, Irina and Rasane, well, not Rasane, Rosano kind of just say that Law can stay at their house for a while until they like come back from the missions and all. So yeah, Law is just staying with what's called Irina's mother and all. So yeah. Now, what's called Naruto's killing them, and of course Irina isn't hesitating either because she has her father, and her father has shown her how to kill and all that. So yeah. But she still kind of doesn't feel that great when killing humans and all that. So after killing a bunch of bandits and all that, Rosano, Sarina, and also Mema are just kind of talking. And of course, this is where Naruto's kind of laughing after killing them. And they say, are you a fucking psycho? Well, Mema says, Naruto, why the hell will you kill them? Or not kill them. Mostly kind of laugh after killing them. Naruto says, why not, brother? They are weaklings, so they should never really go against me. Of course, this is where Sarina and, well, basically Rasano kind of just say, weird, but okay. Now, after doing this for, well, the past, about 2 months and all that, kind of getting some C-rank missions, because, well, who doesn't say that D-rank missions are pointless for this team, because they are really good. They are really good at teamwork anyway. And so they gave him mostly C rank. Now, this is where I go into, well, Kakashi whole Tazuna fight and all that. That will still happen. And of course, Kakashi does send a bird that he needs help and all that. So yeah, he will need help for the freaking mission he got, the C rank mission. That's actually a P rank mission, anything like that. And of course, where Team 13 is actually going to get that mission. So yeah. So, of course, they are going towards, well, the land of Wave. Now, this is where I'm actually going to leave it off. Have a nice potato day, potato night, potato seed, potato. And, well, goodbye, because I am kind of getting tired. Now, of course, well, what's it called? I was going to live stream before doing this water for anything. I was going to, what's called, live stream just me being bored, but it's too dark, and I'm actually going to go to sleep pretty early. Somewhat. I say somewhat because I usually never go to sleep earlier. But yeah, bye-bye. Potato.